What's going on, guys? Nameless here, bringing you guys a brand new video. Now, yesterday, or like actually the day before yesterday, I went on Twitter and I told you guys to ask me any question you wanted using the hashtag AskAnt, and I narrowed it down to like about, I don't know, like 17 or something, or I think something like 17 questions. So I'm gonna go ahead and just answer as many of these as I can, and see what I can clear up for you guys. So a lot of you guys had some interesting questions. So I'll start with MLG Discerned. I have them all favorited on my phone, so I'm just reading them off here, and then that's pretty much how I'm getting them. But he asked, Mr. Anthony, what would you recommend for a good gaming PC? Now, it really depends. Like, if you're trying to game on your PC, I'm probably not the best guy to ask because I don't really game too much, but I do know you need a good processor. Try to get an i7. That's a good processor for gaming, and try to get a good graphics card because you're going to be running at 60 frames per second. So you might want to get at least like a 2 gigabyte graphics card. And yeah, I mean, my computer Stro built it, so I mean, I don't know too much about that. But if you're trying to stream, I do know you need a good processor. You need a good amount of RAM on your computer. You need a good graphics card and just all that good stuff. And a lot of space if you're gonna record. If you're gonna be like a live streamer, you're gonna record your gameplay. You need a lot of space in your hard drive. Next question comes from Peanut, and he said, "Ask Ant, if you could ban one team from attending Nashville, who would it be and why?" I really wouldn't want to ban any team. I know that sounds cliche, but I mean, everybody deserves to be there. If you can get there, go there, and I just want to play against the best, and I want to win against the best because you should have a killer mindset, and that's how it should be. So, yeah. Next question comes from at the Huda Bomb, and he says, "Ask Ant, T5 players and Blops too." It would have to be like the start of the game towards the end. I think there's eras of certain players. In the very beginning of the game, in the very, very beginning of the game, Big Timer kind of set himself apart. So I want to throw him in there. Big Timer, Karma, Crim6. It really depends. That's a hard one. Karma, Crim. I want to say Scump, but he didn't really. I'll throw Scump in there, and then either Parasite or probably Parasite. Maybe Clayster. I mean, that's a hard one. I'm probably forgetting people too. Yeah, whatever. Next question comes from Material, and he said, "What's your favorite food?" Now, my favorite food changes over time. Right now, personally, my favorite food, I've been making a lot of steak. It's been my favorite food, but I mean, like a week ago, it was chicken. I was eating chicken every day, but I've been eating a lot of steak recently. Last month, I was eating a ton of Mexican food. It just really depends on how I'm feeling at this certain time. The next question comes from Preston _DJF. Will Envy win Nashville? Ask Ant. Damn sure. I mean, I hope we win. We've been practicing every day. If we don't win, I'll be super disappointed. I think we got what it takes, and I think the level of comp is in our interest right now, and I think we can take advantage of that. It just really depends on how we perform on that given day. But I think that we got the right, people on the team, the right mindset, and the skill sets to win. So we'll see what happens when we go to Nashville. But I'm definitely gonna try to set the bar like a little bit higher at this next event for the level of comp, so they know like what they're going against when it comes to season 3. Next question comes from the Salty Bun. Do you regret any decisions you've made so far in your gaming career? Man, that's a hard one. Like, cause I'm like super content, super happy where I am. So it's like, for me to regret any decisions would be for me to say where I am right now isn't the right path like I should have taken. You know what I mean? Like, if I were to regret a decision, I wouldn't have ended up like right here. I mean, I'm nowhere close to where I want to be. Like, I want to have like a ton of more subscribers. Like, I want to entertain much more of you guys. Like, cause I feel like I got something to offer kind of to you guys, and I feel like I don't know, just that if I were to regret any decisions, it would kind of take away from the path that I set myself in so far. So I mean, I would have to think about that a little bit longer, but I don't think I regret anything. Maybe at the moment, but not right now. I don't regret it. Next question comes from Gabriel Hake, or Haeck. I don't know. His last name is Hack or something. And he said, "Ask Ant, have you ever thought about playing competitive Halo?" Now, I consider myself an FPS pro. I am a Call of Duty pro, but it is a first-person shooter. So like, I feel like if like Halo were to take over and be like the next big thing, I would give it a try. At least, you gotta try it and see like if you're gonna be good or not. So I'd probably play it and see if I was like any good. And if I had something to offer to a team, like if I wasn't straight buns, like if I was pretty decent and I could offer something to a team and offer my skill sets and what I can provide and help a team out, then yeah, I would try to play it. But if I can't provide nothing to a team, I'm not gonna play it because it's just I wouldn't want to be that guy on the team that's just making them bad. I wouldn't want to just get picked up because of my following. Um, Next question comes from Crocodiles asking who's better at S&D, Fizz or Killa. Now that's a hard question, and that's probably and I got actually a bunch of people ask me that, but it really just depends like on the given day. Like I said, like it depends on who you're playing against, the given day, who's feeling it, and whose methods are working. Like if sometimes if Killa feels like playing slow that day and he's playing against a team that's fast paced and he's eating them up, Killa's gonna be better than Fizzurp that day. If Fizzurp's weird methods of throwing a team off, then he's gonna be better that day. It honestly just depends. And that's with anybody, to be honest. I mean, overall, you could say certain players are better than certain players at S&D, but I mean, S&D is there's so many things you could do in this game that you can't really even narrow it down. That's why I hate when people do like the top 5 S&D players, and then they'll be like, they'll just throw up names like top 5 S&D players. Like, no, there's no like, there's S&D. There's people who understand S&D to a level where they can make calls and go and like create strats and set the meta, and that makes you a good Surge player, but on the given day, you could lose to anybody in this game in Surge that's at our level. So, I mean, it really just depends. Next question, this guy said, Bose, Beaus, I'm sorry, you guys have some weird Twitter names. Bose_cool said, ask Ant, if you could build a dream team to play against your team, who would be on it? I'm assuming you're telling me if I could build a team that could beat my team. I don't think there's like a team that I can think of in my head, but I mean, because you never know what's gonna work. Like I know it's like these are the questions people want to know, but like it's just like an unanswerable question. Like I don't know what teams can work like until they actually form that team, because people have made God squads and it just fell apart. So I mean, I don't know. It just really depends. Like I mean, right now it's looking like if I were to pick a team like out of the pool of players on all these other teams, I mean, you would have to put like. You would need like an objective player, so I guess I would put Teep on that team. Another like Raw Slayer, so I'll probably put Krim. I feel like X hasn't been performing at the level he's known to perform at, so I mean at this given moment in time, I'll probably put like Saints on that team, and then I want somebody who can fill a lot of gaps to be the last player on that team. I don't even know. Probably either Scump or like Clayster. I don't know. Yeah, probably Clayster. And I feel like that would be like a really solid team. But that was literally just off the top of my head. Like I would have to sit down and think about that for a while before I can answer that. Ask Ant. This player comes from Zico, and he says, a player that you always want to team with that you haven't already. There's a few. Karma. I've never teamed with Karma, and I feel like me and him have kind of similar mindsets when it comes to the game, the way we play, and I feel like we would work together really good. And also Crim 6, I never teamed with him. I think he's nasty, and I like the way he plays, and I feel like we could work together extremely well. And then there's Scump. There's a bunch of just very talented players I never teamed with. Clayster, never teamed with him. Actually, I did team with him back in COD 4, but not on like the level it is now. And I feel like we would be really good. Next question comes from Burns Controls, and he said, who's the funniest pro? Asking for me personally, it would have to be Killa. I think he's hilarious. And Sharp's pretty funny too, but probably Sharp and Killa. I'm gonna answer like 3 more questions. Pick some good ones. Hold on. How long did it take me to become pro? Ask Ant. I played Call of Duty 2 in 2006. Pro Circuit was introduced in 2008 on Call of Duty 4, I think, and I went pro in the first Pro Circuit. So when professional Call of Duty was installed, I went pro. So I guess I would say 2 years. Toby-Wan Kenobi, shout out to the homie. Ask Ant, what is the best part of being on this enemy team? that we're all friends and we all have a mature mindset and we all have the same unified goal, something I've never had on a team before, and I feel great having that on this team, especially, and it really just holds a special place in my heart for all the guys on our team, and I hope we can win this next event. But last question comes from OMG, it's Joko. And he said, ask him, what or who motivates me? There's a few things that motivates me in certain aspects. One, my motivation to be the best comes from you guys. Not even trying to be corny. You guys are the motivation for me to be the best player I can be, best entertainer I can be, best streamer, and the best everything when it comes to that aspect of my life. You guys are what motivates me. What motivates me to just be successful and always be true to myself is my grandma. She raised me, and she could have been retired and just living, doing her thing, but she decided to raise me, and that took a lot of. She raised, pretty much. She raised all her kids, and then she raised me, so she had no time off, and she motivates me to be successful just so I can help her later in life. And then, that's pretty much the answer to that question. And yeah, I think I answered pretty much all the main questions. Other than that, all the questions were like repeats. And I really thank you guys for watching this video. Tomorrow I'm gonna upload a 3v1 clutch. Tomorrow's gonna be a cluster of just random things. I'm gonna do the weekly update number 3, so I'm gonna update you guys on everything that's been going on. I'm gonna update you guys on a bunch of stuff, and then I'm gonna add the 3v1 clutch at the end and some other footage I have from events. But thank you guys for watching, and as always, peace.